Hey guys, it's Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is Limeade. Cheers. So I think we're on, is it part 5 of the Mudra cards? So there's 108 mudras that are placed on flashcards in this deck. It goes with a book called Mudras for Transformation and Healing by Joseph LePage. I have the book. I bought the book and the cards together. I use the book all the time. I don't use the cards at all, simply because they're arranged numerically to be used in assistance with the book. And if you let them get out of order, you can't really, they don't, if they get out of order, you lose the efficiency. But anyway, so what I thought I would do is I'm going through 3 or 4 mudras a day. We're going to go through it every day. And then at the end, I will give the deck away to whoever wants to pay shipping. So that artwork's very nice. And we're just going through. So we're on mudra number 20. And you see the cards, they're nice, they're plastic coated. The number just corresponds to the organizing sequence that goes with the book, but it's okay, you don't need the book, you can just use the cards. Gives you the name of the mudra, it gives you kind of its kind of general name, the core quality that it has, how it affects you. There is a mantra that you can use to speak or intone or envision when you're doing the mantra, the mudra. Then you flip over and it tells you what it's good for. It gives you the facilitating mudras, which I'm not going to go into because that you can just use with the cards. Like it will list the mudras that facilitate it further, and you can check those on here. So I'm not going to go over that. It gives you precautions, counterindications, if there are any, most don't, and then it gives you an instruction. So I try to keep these only about 20 minutes long. I see we're 2 minutes in, so let's proceed with Rupa Mudra. So it's known as the gesture of form. The core quality is it helps create a healthy skeletal system. You see it demonstrated there. And the mantra that you can speak with it is, nourished by the healing nectar of the earth, I am fully supported along my journey. So we flip it over. This is especially helpful for supporting bone strength and density, instilling a sense of embodiment, reducing stress, enhancing a sense of, what is that? Oh, support and safety. The typing is right over the illustration. I couldn't read it. There are no precautions. So we're going to bend the thumbs. Okay? We're going to bend the thumbs into the palms of the hands and wrap the fingers over them. We're going to extend the little fingers straight out. Turn the palms down. Cross the right hand over the left so that the right wrist rests on tops of the left. We're going to interlace interlace the little fingers. Okay, so we're like this. We're going to interlace the little fingers, wrapping them gently around each other. The index fingers are extended straight forward. Okay? We're going to hold the gesture below the navel or on the lap. So depending on how you're positioned. And so let's try that. I have to just hold it in my lap because There's no room to do it any other way. So let's just see how we feel. So this is supposed to support bone density and strength, instill a sense of embodiment, groundedness. This is a fairly easy one. You know, some of them, it's really important that you extend the fingers a certain way, and for some people that might have arthritis or injuries to their hands, that might be hard. What's fascinating when you do mudras is you really, you know, you're not, it's a light touch. My hands are just resting lightly on one another, and my pinkies are overcrossed, but it's not like it's tight. They're just kind of resting there. They're not scrunched together. I definitely feel it in my pelvic floor. I feel truly a groundedness happening, like almost like there's a swirling going on there. Interesting. Okay, so that was Rupa Mudra. Are we on time? Okay, we're 6 minutes in. Maybe we can do 3 more. Next, we're going to do Anudanda Mudra, and I apologize to the Sanskrit speakers if I say things wrong. I apologize. This is the gesture of the backbone. The core quality is it's good for back pain relief, so that's going to be a good one for a lot of people. And your mantra is, waves of comfort flow through my back body, allowing me to experience greater harmony. I don't know anybody that wouldn't benefit from that. So this one helps with releasing tension from the back, supporting optimal posture, providing a massaging effect for the area of the kidneys and adrenals. Wow! Reducing stress. We have the facilitating mudras, which I'm not going to go into. There aren't any cautions. Okay, so look at that again. That's a pretty easy one. Okay, so we're going to make the hands into fists with the thumbs inside. And again, this is just gentle. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm just laying my thumb there. And I'm letting the wrapping of my fingers bring the thumb in. Everything's very gentle. Make the hands into fists with the thumbs inside and the palms facing the body. Okay, so facing down. Extend the little fingers and touch them lightly. Okay? Together at the tips. Hold the gesture below the navel or in the lap. If there's discomfort in the seated position, use the restorative position of lying on your back. So what they're saying is if you do this here and there's some kind of discomfort somewhere, maybe in your arms, maybe in your shoulders, they're suggesting to just lie down on your back and try it where you don't have to flex your arms so much. But let's try that. That's a really easy one. Okay, you know, in that area of my kidneys, I totally feel a stimulation. I feel a warmth, like that biomagnetic warmth, almost like that lymphatic warmth when you stimulate lymph. That's interesting. It's so surprising how powerful these are. Because, you know, when you touch finger to finger, what you're working with is current and polarity. We don't think about how powerful all these things are. And I just realized there's flour all over my fingers. I've got a loaf of bread in its first rise right now. So clearly I didn't wash my hands thoroughly. My apologies. And I always wear black. It's all I own, so it'll show up eventually. Okay, interesting. Now, it doesn't give any, I just realized this, it doesn't give any advice on how long to hold a mudra. I can tell you, the longer you hold a mudra, the more effective it's going to be. But, you know, sometimes we only have so much time. And the amount of time that I'm holding them here is not really going to do anything. This is just a demo. If you're using mudras in a therapeutic way, and I will prescribe, I can't say that word. I will suggest mudras sometimes to my clients, especially those who are going through like a post-surgical range of motion, restoration, healing type of thing, I suggest mudras along the way. You know, it's like yin yoga. If you can do 6 breaths, great. If you can do 5 minutes, better. If you can do 10 minutes, better yet. If you can do 20 minutes, you're going to see some big change. People that already have a yoga practice will often incorporate mudras, and that's something that's actually in the book, but you know, I'm not a yoga teacher. I don't do yoga. I do yin yoga and I do somatics, but yoga I don't do. Anyway, so that was an interesting one. Okay, where are we at on time? 10 minutes, okay? So, Matsya Mudra. Hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. This is the gesture of the fish. Its core quality is healthy joints. Again, who wouldn't benefit from that? And your mantra is bathed in waves of enriching energy. My body moves freely and comfortably. You know what this is? You know that it's that frozen juice stuff, the limeade and the lemonade. I get those, and I get soda water. And I know that sounds really hinky, but when it's hot like it is in Florida, it tastes so good. Anyway, so this mudra is effective for nourishing the joints, releasing muscular constriction, aligning the spine, reducing stress, instilling a sense of, it's so hard to read the words when they're right over the print like that, right over the drawing. Instilling a sense of inner refreshment, cultivating emotional grounding. It gives the facilitating mudras. There are no precautions. Okay, so let's try this one. We're going to hold the palms facing downward in front of the lower abdomen with the fingers facing forward and no space between them. Oh, I see. Okay. So pretend this is down here. We're going to hold the palms facing downward in front of the lower abdomen with the fingers facing forward and no space between them. We're going to place the palm of the right hand onto the back of the left hand. So I have to do it that way. We're going to extend the thumb straight out like the fins of a fish. We're going to rest the forearms against the lower abdomen. Rest the forearms against the lower abdomen, or rest your hands on your lap, depending on, right, how your placement is. Okay? That doesn't seem right. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, it's like that. That's what I did wrong. We had to have this going on. I was doing it like that. It has to be like that. Okay, that didn't feel right. And it had like I felt no neurological effect. So, yeah, so it's like that. Okay? On the lower abdomen or on the lap. I'm going to put them on my lower abdomen. We've got a little fish down here. And this is supposed to nourish the joints, release muscular contraction along the spine. So let's see how that feels. So I totally feel in that area between my shoulder blades, I totally feel kind of an unwinding going on. Interesting. Or you could just do that too, right? I'm able to do that. For some people, it might be more comfortable to do that. Cool. That one was actually very kind of subtle. 15. Let's go with Apanaya Mudra. This is the gesture of the vehicle of elimination. Okay, this is for eliminatory health. Help you poop, help you pee. Balanced elimination. And your mantra is balance in all of my activities supports my body in functioning optimally. So what this does is it supports the treatment of IBS, optimizes the health of your eliminatory, urinary, and reproductive system, reduces stress, instills a sense of balance and conservation of energy. No precautions. So we're going to make the hands into soft fists with the thumbs inside. See how soft? You know, one of my massage teachers when I was in massage school gave us great advice for doing certain kinds of work. You know, he said if you're using your forearms, to work on people, you don't want to have a fist when you do it because that makes all these muscles hard and it doesn't feel as good, right? But if you imagine that you're holding a raw egg, that keeps all these muscles soft and you're more effective, you're also using less energy. So don't forget, you're holding a raw egg. And you want to do the same with mudras. You want it to be soft because we're not working with bulk, we're not working with kinesiology, we're working with electricity. Your body's electricity. And to do that, you have to have space for that zzz to happen. See, just as I do my hands like this, I can totally feel the energy shooting from my fingers to my thumb. I can totally feel it. And I feel that ball of plasma forming in the palm of my hand just as I do that. There's totally a ball of plasma forming in there. Okay, so we're making soft fists with the thumbs inside. We're going to extend the little and index fingers straight out. Again, I'm not like pointing, it's a gentle extension. Okay, you see, everything is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. Okay? I'm going to rest the backs of the hands on the thighs or knees. So let's take another look at that. See, these two fingers close over the thumb, but it's gentle. It's gentle. I'm not trapping it in there. You see, I'm not flexing my knuckles. I'm just putting the thumb there, and then I'm using the gravity of the fingers wrapping around it to hold it in place. Everything is gentle. The fingers are extended. The pinky and the pointer finger are extended, but it's gentle. And this is so important because you're working with electricity here, not brawn, not muscle development, not kinesiology. You're working with electricity, okay? You are an electrical being. You are a biomagnetic electrical being. You have positive and negative charges, and that affects how the electricity moves through your entire system. That's why deep tissue massage doesn't work. So we're going to make the hands, thumbs inside. We're just going to wrap those gently around there. We're going to extend these. And we're going to rest the backs of the hands on the thighs or knees, depending on how you're sitting. If you're sitting in lotus, you're going to put it out. I'm just putting it here on my thighs because I'm sitting in my lawn chair. I will correct myself. Deep tissue is not a modality. Deep work can work, but it has nothing to do with going deep. It has to do with knowing how to move fluid in the muscle and the tendon, and knowing that point where you activate the bioelectricity in the joint, in the muscle, in the tendon correctly. And just brawn, stick your elbow in my back. That doesn't work. That's called trauma. And you say what you want. You don't like hearing that. You might be a massage therapist that doesn't like hearing that, but I assure you, I've had experience working on people in pretty bad states of shape, and there are names for the deep tissue that works, and it's not deep tissue. The names for the deep tissue that work are structural integration, Rolfing, myofascial release, neuromuscular therapy. There is no modality known as deep tissue. That's when people make things up. When spas write deep tissue and charge you more for it, everybody's just making something up. Now, if you like that, that's fine, but you're being hoodwinked and taken advantage of. My advice, if you like very deep work, is to educate yourself a little as a consumer of that work so that you can discern if you like a more focused deep work, like what people call trigger point therapy, or if you like more of a general kind of ironing, spreading work. One is neuromuscular, one is myofascial. Learn what you like better, because when you go to someone and you just ask for deep tissue, unless they are educated or ethical enough to ask you what you like in your deep work, they're going to just do what they do. And that might not be what you like. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. This one is powerful. My thumbs are like pulsing. This is so powerful. Really, really, really pulsing. Okay, cool. Apanyana? Where are we? 23. Okay, let's just do one more and then we'll stop. I don't want to go past 30 minutes. So Varuna Mudra. This is the gesture of the god of water. Its core quality is a healthy urinary system. Your mantra is, moving through life with greater fluidity, my fluid systems function harmonically. Everything, I see the world as different kinds of fluid. This is not skin, it's fluid. The air is fluid. Electricity is fluid. Everything is fluid. This is fluid. I see things in terms of fluid. So this is like, hey, that's why sound makes so much sense to me, because it moves through fluid. So this is good for supporting and optimizing the urinary and reproductive systems, releasing muscular contraction from the pelvic floor, pelvis, and mid-back. Yes, your pelvic floor has a lot to do with your mid-back. Yes, you have to change your hips to change your thoracic spine. People who tell you, oh, you have sciatica, and that includes chiropractors, who tell you that you have sciatica but don't work on your pelvic floor or your abdomen at all. They're running you. They're running you. There is a precaution to this one. It's contraindicated for people with overactive bladders. Okay, well, that makes sense. So this is an interesting one because both hands are doing different things. So we're going to bend the little finger of the right hand to the base of the thumb. We're going to secure the finger, securing the finger with the right thumb. We're going to extend the middle ring and index fingers of the right hand straight out. Okay? Then we're going to rest the back of the right hand on the palm of the left hand so that the fingers of the left hand wrap around the outer border of the right hand. Okay? We're going to place the left thumb. Let me look at that. Okay, we're going to place the left thumb over the right thumb. Oh, and little finger. Oh, okay. We're going to place the left thumb over the right thumb and little finger. Okay, this is more complicated than I thought. Can you guys see that? Okay. And we're going to hold this below the navel or in the lap. And you want to try to keep, I guess your positioning is going to, you want to try to keep these three gently extended. Not let them, like the way that I'm sitting, my fingers want to do that. But we want to get as much bioelectricity moving through these fingers here as we want. So you have to be mindful of that. And if I wasn't sitting in a chair that had these things in my way, it would probably work better. Okay, I definitely feel something going on in my bladder. Yeah, that's interesting. And again, everything is gentle. I'm not pushing down with that top thumb. And I'm not pushing hard between the inside thumb and pinky that are connected. Everything is just gentle. My hand is just gently resting in the other hand. The hardest thing for me, because of the way I'm sitting, is trying to keep these fingers down here open. Yeah, I feel some swirling down there in the pelvic floor. Cool. Varuna Mudra. Okay, so that's 27 minutes. We're going to end here. I don't want this to go longer than 30 minutes. Tomorrow we will start with the next set. All right. Thanks for popping in. We'll do between 3 and 5 more tomorrow. Thanks, guys.